Oh boy, thanks for arriving. We've got 60 minutes to work through traditional hot 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. Do as much or as little as you want during the class, knowing you're going to get benefits no matter what. We'll start with the deep breathing exercise. It'll be a 6-second inhale and a 6-second exhale, creating an audible breath both on the inhale and the exhale. If you find your lungs are full or empty ahead of the class, hold them full or empty. It's the only time we'd ask you to hold your breath. And I'll do it with us as well a little bit. Okay. Toes touch. Interlace and glue 10 fingers to the chin, hand the neck. Begin on the inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Every inhale, try to take in more air. You're working lung capacity and lung elasticity. Exhale. On the exhale, fog a mirror on the ceiling, creating an HA ha sound. Inhale. Shoulders down, elbows up, lungs full. Exhale. Keep your spine straight, only moving the neck. Elbows touch as the lungs empty. Inhale. Shoulders down, elbows up, lungs full. Exhale. Knuckle pressure on the chin, elbow shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Good job. Roll your shoulders and moisten your mouth. 3 warm-up postures, starting with Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Inhale your arms up. Interlace your 10 fingers, release index fingers, thumbs are crossed. Take another inhale. Left to right 10 to 12 times. Watch your hips move opposite the shoulders like a pendulum, creating a stretch down both sides of the body. First set, 60 seconds. Second set, 30 seconds. Don't worry about depth, worry about form. Depth comes with a consistent practice. Let's meet back up in the middle. Inhale, telescope up. Exhale to the right. Press your thighs, hips, stomach forward and to the left as your upper body starts to lean back. That's going to help to open the pelvis and the shoulders, shifting the weight into the heels. Press your hips past the knife edge of your left pinky toe, creating a crescent shape with the body, enjoying a tremendous stretch down the left side of the body. Bones to skin, fingertips to toes. Next, bring your right shoulder and left hip a bit closer to the top edge of your mat. Shoulders and hips square to the top of the mat. Every inhale, find space. Every exhale, move a little bit deeper. Right hand pulls on the left. And you can point at the back right corner of the room. We're not going to bounce. Reach, reach, and rise. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Press your thighs, hips, stomach forward and to the right. Lean that upper body back. Keep your chin lifted so your neck is visible. And bring that left shoulder and right hip closer to the top edge of your mat. The hips press past the knife edge of your right pinky toe. Create a crescent shape with the body. Enjoy tremendous stretch down the right side of the body. Bones to skin, fingertips to toes. Arms are straight, heels of the hands are tight. Biceps are connected to the ears. If there's a gap between biceps and ears, it's an equal distance. Every inhale, find space. Every exhale, move a little bit deeper. Point at the back left corner of the room. Don't bounce. Reach, reach, and rise. Rest your head back. Roll your neck lightly. Left and right. Left and right. Inhale for space. Tighten the belly. Maintain space. Trace one ceiling tile at a time backwards. Keep your legs straight. Or your tailbone down and press your thighs, hips, stomach forward. Look for the back wall. Look for the back baseboard. Near the end, bring the biceps behind the ears as you go back, fall back, more back, and rise. Still keep the biceps glued to the ears. Bend your knees as much as you need. Exhale your hands to the floor. Take your time. This is U-turn from back bend to forward bend. We're not quite warmed up. Now lift your heels left and right, and take deep knee bends all the way down and all the way up. Okay, Padahastasana, hand to foot posture. Everybody, take a deep knee bend so the heels are lifted. Try to grab your heels from behind and underneath. Pinky fingers eventually touch. 10 fingers eventually face forward. Pull hard, straighten your legs best you can. So it doesn't matter if you grab your calves or ankles, or if you're grabbing underneath the heels. What's important is there's no gap between the belly and the thighs. If you feel like there's a gap between the belly and the thighs, then bend the knees a little more. Head's dangling like a boulder, eyes are open for the full class. Use the pressure of your chest on your knees to maybe straighten your legs, lengthening the top of the head towards the top of the feet. Breathing. One day the legs will be straight. The lengthening of the hamstring will move to a pinch of the hip and a lengthening of the lumbar. Everybody bend your knees more. Get the elbows closer together behind the calves. Pull hard. Lock out your legs. Reverse your way back up. Exhale your hands down. Great. Second set. Inhale, arms up. Interlace 10 fingers. Release index fingers. Inhale again. Exhale to the right. Press your thighs, hips, stomach forward and to the left. Lean that upper body back. Keep the chin lifted. Second set, half as long, twice as strong. Start wherever you left off here, everybody. Breathing. Right hand pulls on the left. Point back left corner. Don't bounce. Reach, reach, and rise. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the left. Press your thighs, hips, stomach forward and to the right. Lean that upper body back. Keep the chin lifted. Left shoulder and right hip closer to the top edge of the mat. Breathe. No bouncing. Reach, reach, and rise. Rest your head back. Roll the neck lightly, left and right. Left and right. Take a big breath. Trace one ceiling tile at a time backwards. Keep your legs straight. Press your thighs, hips, stomach forward. Look for the back wall or baseboard. Breathe. Go back, fall back, more back, and rise. Still keep the biceps glued to the ears. Tighten the belly. Bend your knees to protect the back. Exhale. Hands down. Lift your heels left and right a few times. Take deep knee bends down and up a few times. That's going to get blood flowing between the joints and the ligaments, preparing for your practice. Padahastasana, hand to foot posture. Take a deep knee bend, heels are lifted. Grab your heels from behind and underneath. Pull hard, straighten legs best you can. Head's dangling, eyes are open. Pinkies touch. Breathe. Lock out your legs. Reverse your way back up. Exhale. We've warmed up the spine in 4 directions. Now, core, arms, and legs. Step to the right 6 inches. Measure that 6 inches with 2 fists between your big toes. The feet are square on the inside like a capital letter H. Reach your arms forward, shoulder height. Engage bicep, tricep, pec minor. Inhale across the upper back. Chair pose. Make it seem like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Make it feel like you might actually fall backwards. Toes are lifted. Upper spine backwards bending, so get those shoulders onto the wall behind you. 6 inches between knees, ankles, elbows, and wrists. Get deeper into that chair. And rise. Keep your arms strong. Heels up, heels forward. Go to the point you start to wiggle and wobble, and stay there. Concentrate on the height of the heels and start to bend the knees as you lift the heels even higher. The height of the heels is your primary goal. If someone was standing behind you, they could see the whole sole of your foot. Knees never wider than the hips, hips never lower than an invisible chair. Inhale the heels even higher. Straighten the legs, heels down. Arms stay strong. Third portion. Glue your knees together, lifting your heels just a little bit. 10-second descent all the way down the wall. 9. Breathing. 8. Stop where you want. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Eventually, arms and thighs will be parallel to the mat, and the shoulders will be above the hips. It'll look like a 3-sided box from the side. Take 3 small bounces, hold the third high bounce, and rise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set. Step to the right 6 inches. Measure that with 2 fists between the big toes. Hand shoulder height, engage bicep, tricep, pec minor. Inhale across the upper back. Chair pose. Toes are up. Belly's tight. Chin is lifted. Get deep into that chair. Pick up the legs right away. Begin to test the limits of balance here. Make it feel like you might actually fall backwards. And get a little deeper. And rise. Keep your arms strong. Heels up, heels forward. Go to the point you're wiggling and wobbling. Try to stay there. Now lift the front of the pelvis, draw the tailbone down, lift the heels higher, and then bend the knees. Shoulders stay above the hips, concentrating on space in the low back. Knees no wider than the hips, hips no lower than an invisible chair. Inhale the heels even higher. Straighten the legs, heels down. Arms stay strong. Next, glue your knees together, lifting the heels just a little bit. 10, stop you want. 9, knees stay touching. 7, Shoulders above hips. 6, 5, halfway. 4, 3, 2. Lift up a quarter inch. And rise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Eagle. Inhale, arms up. Right arm under left. Grab your shoulders to modify, or grab your wrists or interlace fingers. Now draw the elbows down. Inhale across the upper back. Chair pose. Inhale, right leg up. Elbows, knees, ankles, wrists, all in the center line. No gap between the thighs, trying to hook your right toe onto your left ankle. Knees to the right, elbows to the left, chin up. Tops of the fingers line up bottom of the nose. So you're working a major compression, pull the elbows lower. Bend deeper into your left knee. Release. Inhale. Left arm under right. Interlace fingers, grab wrists or shoulders. Draw elbows down. Inhale. Chair. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, remove gap. Some of us may never hook toed ankle. That's okay. Point toe to ankle, work the compression. Draw the elbows down, move the knees to the left. Bend deeper to the right knee. Now release. It's okay to fall out. Right arm under left. Draw the elbows down. Inhale, right leg. Switch. Release. Tiny sip of water, just enough to moisten the mouth. Okay. Standing head to knee. Shift your weight to your left leg. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, come on down. Interlace 10 fingers, 2 inches below the right foot. Interlace to the webbing of the hands. If this is hard to do, then you would grab your knee. You're still working stability in your left leg. Or you might grab low on your shin, working core and some stability. If you've been to 10 or more classes and there's no weight in your left hand, then option to start your kick. Keep both legs and arms straight. And when both legs are straight, point the elbows to the floor. Breathing. 12 seconds left. Get back in. No weight in the hands. 3, 2, 1. Take a moment. Shift weight to right leg. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, come on down. Focus forward, stability on the right leg. No weight in the hands. Thumbs under the foot. Heel under knee. Option to start your kick. Keep your arms straight until both legs are straight and left heel's hip height. Then you might start to bend your elbows. Laying the elbows to the calf. 12 seconds left. If you fell out, get back in. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thumbs in, fingers out. Inhale, telescope up, draw tailbone down, press hips, thighs, stomach forward. A bit of an upper back bend and the stretch of the psoas. Switch to left leg. Inhale across the upper back. Coming down. No weight in the hands. Thumbs under the foot, interlace fingers just below the foot. If you kicked out last time, go ahead, kick out again. Turn that right foot to the center line. Press the right big toe mound forward. Look at your foot and run the gaze to the knee. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Right leg, strong, solid, concrete, like a lamp post. Big breath. Come on down. Option to kick. Turn left foot to center line. Re-engage right leg. Draw elbows away, shoulders away from the ears. Forehead to knee. 3, 2. Thumbs in, fingers out. Telescope up. Press the hip, stomach forward. Enjoy that stretch. So, dancers is a counter posture for standing head to knee. When you're rounding your back and standing head to knee, now you're going to round your front in dancers. So, right palm upright like you're holding a tray. Drop the wrist to the thigh, keep your palm upright. Take your ankle from the inside and invite your knee back to the center line. Inhale the left arm up, 60 seconds. Kick into that right hand, 50% of your leg strength. Lay your belly over an invisible table in front of you. Lower the right hip. Shift the weight to the ball of the left foot. Left hand shoulder height or higher. Cheeks connected to your bicep. Right shoulder disappears behind left. Mini up dog of chest. This is called bow pulling pose. It's like you're stringing a long English bow. When the knee disappears, the toes reappear. When the toes reappear, the calf reappears. 10 seconds. Take your time to release. Left palm, palm upright. Shoulder blade to spine. Drop the wrist to the thigh. Keep your palm upright. Take your ankle from the inside. Invite the left knee to the center. Inhale, right arm up. Kick into the left foot, 50% of your strength. Move your left hip down or forward. Shift the weight to the ball of the right foot. Gaze down that right hand. Left shoulder disappears behind right. Mini up dog of chest. Standing splits is your goal. Feel that psoas lengthen. Slowly releasing. Let's do it again. 30 seconds. Right palm, palm upright. Keep your palm upright. Opening that chest. Lower the wrist to the thigh. Don't twist your hand. Take your ankle from the inside. Knees together. Inhale. Kick into the right hand. Slowly switch. wrist to thigh, ankle from inside. Bring that knee back, right arm up, kick into the hand. Deep, deep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let's keep moving. Tall Endasana, standing stick posture. You can keep your hands on your hips for a little low back support, or you can inhale your arms up. Interlace 10 fingers, release index fingers. Keep the thumbs crossed. Inhale again. Giant step, right leg. Point the toes of the left foot. Lower the left hip. Straighten the left leg and your arms. Look at an invisible mat in front of you. Reaching, stretching, breathing, and release. Inhale, lengthen. Giant step, left leg. Point the toe of the right foot. Lower the right hip. Straighten the arms, straighten the right leg, and lift the right leg even higher. Reaching, stretching, breathing, and releasing. Maybe your heart's racing. That's the full body workout, cardiovascular style workout. Let's set up another one. Inhale your arms up. Interlace 10 fingers, release index fingers. Inhale again. Giant step, right leg. Point the toe of the left foot. Biceps glued to the ears, lower the left hip. Straighten the arms and the left leg, then lift the left leg even higher. Reaching, stretching, and releasing. Back of the mat. Giant step, left leg. Lower right hip, straighten arms. Lift chin, breathing, reaching, stretching, taking your time, releasing. Okay, slowing it down with a wide leg forward fold. Dandiyama, Baddha Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms up, giant step to the right. Arms parallel. Take another breath. Calm on down. Grab calves, maintain straight spine. As you lengthen your hamstrings, maintaining a straight spine. Not grab a little lower. Eventually you're going to grab a hold of the heels. But ensure that spine is straight. Form over depth. Hip over knee, knee over heel. Weights in the balls of the feet. Thumbs connected to the index finger like a hook. Draw the head, tailbone, the top of the head away from the tailbone. And then invite the belly to the center line of the thighs, ahead of the chest, moving towards the floor. Slowly rise. Okay. Keep moving. Inhale. Giant step. Take another breath. Come on down. Straighten that back. Weights in the balls of the feet. Head below the heart, oxygen-rich blood course into the brain. Keep that breath flowing. Slowly rise.
So amazing. Are you ready for more? Triangle, Trikonasana, climax of the class. Everything you did up until this moment prepared you for this moment. I'm going to readjust my mat orientation and we will step into triangle. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Big step, 4 feet or wider. Arms parallel. Turn your right foot, heels stay in one line. Take a breath. Exhale into the right knee. Ensure that knee is above the ankle. If it's passing the ankle like this, then you know you can widen your stance. Right arm down, left arm up. Now you're going to set some alignment again. Line the elbow up to the thigh or the knee, creating a straight line from the left armpit towards the left heel. Keep that right knee stacked, lowering your hips, widening the stance. Gaze to left shoulder. Fingers are active. This is about the hip, this is about the core, it's about lengthening. Take your time to rise. Turn the right foot. So your body's different side to side. So it's good to start from a neutral position. Left foot first. Inhale. Inhale. Widen stance. So you know you got to widen that stance, especially during the postures. You're getting a little deeper. You're going to have to widen the stance. Left arm down. Set some alignments. Fingers are strong. Gaze to right shoulder. Draw tailbone towards right heel. Use your left elbow pressure on your left knee and move your left knee to the left. Soften the expression. And toes. Widen the stance, lowering the hips. When you're ready, you're going to slowly rise. Inhale, hands up. Boy, oh boy. Let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Some connecting breath to movement, even in a hatha base class. When you're ready, you can slowly switch. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Left arm down. Set your yoga schedule and stick to it. No matter how much you procrastinate in your mind, no matter how much your monkey mind tells you don't have time or energy, get on your mat, make it happen, and reap the benefits. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Pyramid. Dandiyama Bapiktapada Janisarasana. Just one of them. Inhale your arms up. Cross thumbs, don't interlock fingers. 3 foot step to the right, less than before. 10 toes turn to the back of the mat. Feet are not on a tightrope. They're on railroad tracks. Right hip back, left hip forward. Bend your right knee. Inhale across the upper back.
Exhale, forehead to bend right knee. Use the pressure of the forehead to straighten the leg. Look up at your belly button. This is a compression of the endocrine system, including the neck and the pelvic region. And if your forehead's connected to a straight line, then maybe palm pressure in the mat, hairline meets kneecap. Bend your right knee, push into the right foot.
Inhale, rise. 10 toes side, 10 toes to the front. Left hip back, right hip forward. Bend left knee. Forehead to bend left knee.
Pressure of the forehead maybe straightens the leg. Look up at the belly button. Tiny sips of air through the compression, through the constriction. Palms still touching, just thumbs crossed, knife edge of pinky to the floor. Slowly rise.
10 toes side, hands down, feet together. Let's move straight into tree. Shift your weight to your left leg. Inhale the right knee into the armpit and keep the knee closed with your right hand. Grab your right ankle with your left hand and place the ankle to the front of your thigh. Some of us are going to get the heel to the crease of the hip, maybe lining the heel up to the belly button. One hand, heart center. If you can feel your heel slipping, or if you're making a tabletop with that leg, then keep one hand on the ankle. Only if your back is straight and your heel's not slipping would you invite both hands to heart center. Switch. So even after practicing multiple years, almost 10 years, I can only bring both hands to heart center on one side. This hip's much tighter than this one. Inhale, left knee into armpit. Close up that knee, keep it close to protect it, and place the ankle to the front of the thigh. Maybe lining the heel up to the crease of the hip. Front of pelvis lift, knee away. One hand, heart center. I can feel my foot slipping if I let go. If you're ready, you're going to slowly release. Same thing, second set. You have an option for toe stand. Toe stand is not advanced. Everyone can play with it. Inhale right knee into armpit. Keep knee closed. Place ankle to front of thigh. Stay here. If you want to play with toe stand, look at the top of your mat and then start to reach for it. You're working stability in your standing leg, the lengthening of the hamstring. If you've got a hold of the floor, then shift your weight into the hands, lift the heel, and lower yourself. Tip your fingers beside your hips, shoulders over hips. One hand or maybe both hands. Heart center. Reverse or release. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale, left knee into left armpit. Take hold of that ankle, place it to the front of the thigh. Stay here. Want to play with toe stand? Look down. Begin to reach, breathing. If you've got the floor, then you're going to shift the weight into the hands and lower yourself. Stay here and breathe. One hand, maybe both hands, heart center. Reverse or release on your standing sequence. Let's hit the mat. Okay, we're going to do Ardha Pavamuktasana. Half wind removing pose. Inhale, right knee into armpit. Interlace the fingers just below the knee and exhale. Tighten that grip. Press your left heel away from your left hip. Move your left elbow just a little closer to the floor. Micro tuck the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. This is a white knuckle grip, so I want you to work compression now. Compression in the hand, compression in the organs, compression in the hip and leg. Spread the toes apart, create light between the toes. Jari breathing, inhale. Press belly up, exhale, draw thigh down, maintain compression. And release. Inhale, left knee into left armpit. Interlace the fingers just below the knee. Press your right heel away from your right hip. Pull your left knee, bring your left knee into your left armpit. Strong grip. Deep lower left lung breathing. Spread the toes. And release. Inhale, both knees in. Reach over your shins and grab your elbows. If you can grab your elbows, grab your wrists, fingers, or knees, but always try for your elbows. Feet are side by side, not crossed. Back of the head stays glued to the mat. Press the top rim of the sacrum down and feel your knees pull away from your chest. Now concentrate on the flat spine and bring the knees back in. As you improve your skeletal system through the practice of yoga, one day your spine will lay flat to the mat and the knees will still be connected to the chest. And release. We transition through the rest of the class with double exhale sit-ups. If you have low back injuries, skip them. Inhale your arms up, glue the heels together and down. Double exhale. Onto your belly, spine strengthen. Starting with Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana, Cobra. Okay. Hands under shoulders. Tops of fingers line up tops of shoulders. Elbows are tied like grasshopper legs. Keep your feet and hands and belly button glued to the mat. Do lift your knees and gaze. So no palm pressure. Use your back strength to begin lifting. Draw shoulders down. Draw tailbone towards heels. Press feet down. Slowly release. We'll move right into locust. So hands by your hips, palms down. Now, see if you can rock and roll the hips left and right and get your pinkies to touch underneath your hips.
Now, kiss the mat. Don't look left or right. Inhale, right leg up. Relax your left leg. Press your right hip down on your wrist, mat, or forearm. Straighten your right leg and then lift your right leg higher. And release. Inhale, left leg up. Relax your right leg. Straighten your left leg and press your left hip down on your wrist mat or forearm. Relax the right leg. Lift the left leg higher. And release. Double leg lift. Spread your fingers, touch your pinkies, and kiss the mat. You can use a bit of momentum for double leg lift. Push down, lift up. The more you push down, the more you're able to lift up. Your goal is to roll your hips up off of your wrists, up off of your forearms, and release. Arms out from underneath. Spread the wings for airplane, full locust. Point the toes. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the middle of the thighs. Line the knuckles up to the crown of the head. And release. You're going to do another one of those, or you can try for floor bow. If it's difficult to grab your ankles, don't do floor bow, do another airplane. Take your ankles from the outside. Hands are like hooks, thumb to index finger. Kick into the hands, feeling the chest lift. Knees and ankles 6 inches apart. You can point the toes, creating a teardrop shape. No rocking. Slowly releasing. Windshield wiper those legs. Okay. Top of the mat, hero's pose. Great place for a sip of water. If you know what Supta Virasana means, then go ahead and find it. If you're not sure what Supta Virasana means, then move together with me. If this is already too much pressure on your knees or ankles, that's okay. You lean forward, you relieve that pressure. Took me an entire year practicing every single day before I could sit comfortably like this. If you can sit comfortably like this, then keep your knees together and get your ankles apart. And see what happens. If your hips are floating, or there's pressure in the knees, then come back to the first part of the posture right here. If your hips are on the floor between the ankles and your knees are okay, then you might rest back to the hands. It's okay if the knees start to open, but if they're lifting off the mat, you've gone too far. Next, down to the elbows and down to the shoulder blades, grabbing the elbows above your head. If you had already made your way down to the shoulder blades, then switch your grip. Slow in the blood in the lower extremities. For those that are able to lay back, you're also lengthening the psoas and beginning to open the shoulders if you're grabbing opposite elbows above your head. Let's release. Okay. 3 postures, 2 twists, and a breathing exercise. Glue your heels together and down. Inhale. Double exhale. Okay, back to mat. Ardha Chakrasana, half tortoise. Hips on heels again. Inhale your arms up, cross thumbs, don't interlock fingers. Inhale, telescope the ribs. Keep your hips to your heels and see if you can get your forehead to touch the mat ahead of your pinky fingers. Now, shuffle your hips back towards your heels. I like to lengthen my belly down my thighs. Still palms touching, thumbs crossed, knife edge of pinky finger to mat. Bend your elbows until the forehead meets the mat. If your forehead's on the mat and your hips are on your heels, then you straighten your arms. If your forehead's to the mat, hips are on the heels, arms are straight, then lengthen the nose towards the mat, lengthen your neck. Slowly reverse your way back up. Use your core. Exhale, hands down, straight into camel. 6 inches between knees and ankles is 2 fists. Measure that. Tops of the feet push down. Thumbs in, fingers out. Draw tailbone down. Press hips forward. Inhale, lengthen up. So don't just drop the head back. You'll get dizzy cutting off circulation to the brain. Laying the head back is your final option. Push your feet down. Press your hips past the knee line. Inhale, lift the chest up to the ceiling. Spin around. This double exhale sit up will reset that camel. Glue your heels together and down. Inhale, arms up. Rabbit, back of mat, hips on heels. Sasana. Tops of the knuckles down to the soles of the feet. Thumbs are on the outside. Inhale across the upper chest. Grab the heels, lift the hips. If you were wearing a ponytail, you'd be trying to place your ponytail on the mat. That's how far forward you're flexing. Press your spine through the shoulder blades, lengthen your back. And pull on the heels, no weight in the neck. Hips are above the knees. Slowly release. Janusarasana. Right leg out, left leg in. Torso to the right a couple times. Bend your right knee, interlace your fingers, and place your forehead on your knee. Gaze under your right armpit. Press your forehead, straightens knee. This is the same as standing head to knee posture, only you remove balance from the equation. Gives you a chance to play with the posture. Switch. Switching legs without your hands, maybe. Bend your knee. Interlace your fingers, thumbs under your foot, forehead to knee. Elbows draw to the mat at an equal pace. Pressure forehead, straightens leg. Breathe. And release. Double exhale, sit up. Okay, so move of the fleshy meat bones, internal rotation of femurs. Index, middle finger, grab big toes. Press big toe mounds forward. Rest your head. Final spinal. Bend left knee, step right leg over. Inhale. Gaze over the right shoulder. Right hand's like a kickstand to lengthen out of the spine. Eventually your right hand gonna grab your right knee. Sorry, your left hand. Gonna grab your left knee. Switch. So this isn't about cranking into the low back. It's about lengthening on the inhales. And release. Counter twist. Kapalati, breath of fire. Comfortable seated position. No moving shoulders, only moving belly. Full lungs inhale, exhale half, snap the last half out. The inhale's automatic. We're doing 30. Full lungs, inhale. Exhale half, and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Spin around. Do not skip Shavasana. This is near and by far the most important thing you do. Relax. Melt into your mat. If you have low back problems or tight hamstrings, you just bend the knees a little bit. You're going to relieve that pressure from the low back. Eventually you'll be fine to lay there with the legs straight. Arms not in contact with the body. Move your fingers and toes, maybe your ankles and wrists. Giant morning stretch, exhaling to your right side. Using your bicep like a pillow. Then use your right hand or left hand to help yourself up. Comfortable seated position, whatever that is. Oh boy. Hard to get on the mat before, always so good after. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.